In the summer of 1940, the world was at war. Yet, amidst the global conflict, a strange event unfolded in the peaceful countryside near Kongens Tisted, Denmark. A 15-year-old boy, whose name remains unknown, experienced something that would stay with him for a lifetime. He encountered a sight that defied explanation, a scene seemingly ripped from the pages of science fiction. There, in the middle of the heath, rested a large, shining, dome-shaped object. It was an object unlike anything he had ever seen before. Curiosity gripped the young boy. He watched, captivated by the strange sight before him. The object, clearly not a product of conventional technology, hinted at something beyond human comprehension. Was it a secret weapon? A message from another world? As he continued to observe, the questions swirling in his mind only multiplied. The boy's encounter, shrouded in secrecy for decades, would later emerge as a compelling piece of the UFO puzzle. The boy's attention was soon drawn to three figures emerging from the side of the dome. They were dressed in tight-fitting, dark green suits that shimmered like silk. Matching helmets concealed their faces, while transparent coverings allowed them to see. Two tube-like protrusions ran down their suits, from their shoulders to their feet. The figures were devoid of any recognizable features. No buttons, zippers, or pockets disturbed the smooth lines of their attire. They were of average height and build, moving with a normal gait. However, the boy noticed a peculiar detail. As they walked, their arms swung slightly out of sync with their steps. It was a subtle anomaly, but one that further underscored the strangeness of the encounter. Who were these enigmatic figures, and what was their purpose in this quiet corner of Denmark? The craft itself was a marvel of engineering, far beyond anything known to exist at the time. It was round and smooth, its surface like polished silver, reflecting the sunlight. The dome shape was unbroken, with no visible seams, hatches, or markings. It was large, at least the size of a contemporary fighter aircraft, yet it rested silently on the heath. There were no landing gear, no wheels, no indication of how it had arrived. The boy, familiar with the aircraft of the time, couldn't identify it. It bore no resemblance to any German plane or experimental design he knew. This was something different, something entirely new. The sheer technological sophistication on display was both awe-inspiring and deeply unsettling. The boy watched as the figures approached the craft and seemingly vanished. A moment later, the craft began to rise. It ascended silently at first, slowly and steadily, like a bubble in the air. Then it shot upwards with incredible speed, disappearing into the southeastern sky at a steep angle. The sudden acceleration was accompanied by a high-pitched whistling sound, like a fishing rod being whipped through the air. The boy was left standing alone, the only witness to this extraordinary event. He believed, at the time, that he had witnessed a secret German aircraft, perhaps a product of their advanced technology. His mother, fearing any contact with the occupying German forces, urged him to keep silent. It was not until 1974, over 3 decades later, that the boy, now a man, finally shared his story. The delay in reporting inevitably raises questions about the accuracy of his memory. However, the sheer strangeness of the event, coupled with the lack of any known terrestrial explanation, makes the Kongens Tisted sighting a particularly intriguing case in the annals of UFO lore